the narcissist and their grandiosity complex, it is common knowledge that the narc is a hollow human being. There is always something just a little off in everything they do. Most people sense this, but they just can't put their finger on the problem. Yes, the narc seems generous when they walk through the streets of New York City handing out cash to the homeless, but somehow the sense of that spirit of generosity just isn't there, especially when the narc starts talking about their partner being a tightwad who would never want to give to or have any concerns about the homeless. When the narc wants to be a contributor to a cause, they always do so in a way that it seems they are doing that anonymously, but it is strange that they then billboard their t-shirt on the internet showing they are a supporter of a cause, or become a publicly listed supporter. No, it is just coincidence that the narc's giving is listed publicly. Yes, that t-shirt photo selfie on her public page, that one gave other opportunities as well. It was bait to attract the next partner. Of course the narc wasn't looking at all, were they? They just happened to stumble upon their new soulmate totally by accident, and of course looks don't matter. So what that they were still with their old partner telling him they loved him. No need to let on that he was being replaced until absolutely necessary. That counterfeit feeling extended to her real-life personal relationships also. The loyalty that she constantly professed with her tongue just didn't manifest itself, as she really never focused on her partner after the idealization phase was over. The love, well, again, the words were there and the actions, but there was just a hollow, counterfeit feel to the whole thing. Something off. There could be endless other examples given, but let's move on to our subject, the narc's grandiosity complex. So the narcissist's grandiosity complex, which is intimately tied to their sense of entitlement, is similarly just a little bit off, but of all of their fake dramatic gesturing, this is the one they cling to most and have perfected to the highest level of refinement. Yes, the sense of grandiosity, being better than and superior to other people, is their most important trait and is equal in importance to their ability to lie. How so? Well, the narc's whole self-image, which is no doubt based on a fantasy, has to be maintained for the narc to exist, for them to even have the slightest trace of a core personality. The irony is that deep inside the narc knows they are actually deficient when compared to other people with the capacity for love and empathy, compassion, and remorse, those who have a conscience. The narc senses that they are actually inferior to these people, and that is what makes the narc react so strongly in an effort to convince themselves and the world that they are different. Yes, but that difference makes them superior, not inferior. So much energy is put into maintaining this sense of superiority, because the facts all around the narc, the reality all around them, points to the truth. The truth that the narc is deficient, the narc is inferior, missing some very important things that others have and the narc never received. Yes, love, empathy, joy, creativity, peace, those are all things the narc sees around them and can't understand, and those very things, when right in front of the narc, make the narc face their own inferiority. Therefore the narc, being envious of those normal people, goes into defensive and denial mode to convince themselves and all around them that they, the narc, are the superior ones. But there is another reason for the narc's need for being superior, and that lies in the fact that the narc sees everything as black or white, good or bad, superior or inferior. There is no in between for the narcissist, so if the narc isn't good and superior, that means they are bad and inferior, and the narc can't tolerate even the notion of not being best. So, in a sense, the narcissist has to expend huge amounts of energy to convince themselves and others of their superiority, because deep inside the narc knows they are deficient and can't handle that truth. No, the narc could never admit to themselves that they aren't perfect. That then takes us to the narc's incessant and inflated sense of entitlement. Yes, the narc always has to get more than the next person. The narc has to believe that they are deserving of more. To get less than someone else or be equal just doesn't sit well with the narc, because it gives the implication that the narc isn't the best, isn't superior to those around them. How does this sense of entitlement manifest? Well, it results in some of the narc's most evil deeds. Take the narc's need for revenge, for example. If the narc feels that anyone has wronged them, they immediately feel entitled to pay back tenfold and have no remorse about having done so. If anyone questions the narc, same thing, the narc is entitled to and feels justified in teaching a lesson to someone who had the audacity to contradict them. Yes, the narc's nasty behavior towards others, especially their immediate family behind closed doors away from public visibility, is horrendous. But again, the narc feels totally justified. Turn the tables on the narc and scold them when they deserve it once in 3.5 years after the narc has dished out daily doses of vitriol, and the narc will go ballistic. Only the narc has the right to have temper tantrums and disparage their partner and treat them poorly. Never the other way around. Take the narcissist's core emotion, envy. If anyone does better or is more fortunate than the narc, this is totally unacceptable. After all, the narc and the narc alone is the one who always needs to get the best, have the greatest good fortune, and be the best, the winner. How dare anyone else take that right away from the narc? How else does this sense of entitlement manifest? Well, the narc expects every one of their actions to be praised. The narc would never accept even the slightest hint that something they have done or are doing could use improvement. Is it any wonder that the narc is stuck in their same rut year after year? Those around the narc learn well how to walk on eggshells and not set off the narc. So the victims engage in constant placation and praise of the narc. They have long ago given up on ever being able to have a frank conversation with the narcissist. So yes, in a world where everyone is special, the narc needs to be more special. In their quest to be the best, the narc can never resist taking the shortcut, going after the big-ticket items for their billboard. At all costs. Getting a hollow victory that isn't theirs, costs an enormous amount of energy, produces nothing of any value to society, and never gives a genuine sense of accomplishment to the narcissist. Yes, the narcissist is a broken human being that can't live without sucking others dry of their energy, since the narc has a limited ability to generate any energy on their own. Thank you for watching. Peace be with you. Comments are welcomed.